Deb? Hey, Deb, come on down here. I want to show you something.
Dad, I'm finishing an article for work. I'll be out in a second.
Right. Okay. There you go. Letitia. There you are. I've been researching our ancestry all day.
What did you find?
We were royal. Our ancestors owned the Surrey Castle. Isn't that cool?
Wow, that's amazing.
And that means my puzzle's coming along. And I've also reached out to relatives who are writing me back. Have you ever thought about the literal parts of the family tree? Like our bodies are shared, literally shared with people. The Egyptians thought when they looked up at the stars, they were looking at the cut-up body of their goddess Nut. And that's how the scattering of humans makes up the larger body of humanity.
Who's Newt?
She separated cosmos from chaos. Yeah, right. What's chaos? Anyway, on one level, we're all the materials of the universe. We're all made of stardust. But on another level, we're like a bigger body in a way. Like all of our bodies are parts of a larger human cellular universe. So, I'm part of the bigger body. That includes Letitia, your distant cousin, lives in Columbus. She runs a tattoo parlor.
You should go meet her, get a tat.
No kidding, I'm thinking about it. I need to travel, you know? Get out of this damn house.
Yes. Get off the computer. Get into the world.
I just don't have any place to go, really.
There are plenty of places to go. You can just go outside or finally travel. People save their whole lives to spend a week in what you're around every day. You can just go outside. Go find someone to talk to.
People need a reason to talk to you.
I still have a reason to talk to you. Hey, Dad, can we get some more food? I'm serious.
I don't really share my problems with anyone. You share your problems with your friends. I don't have any friends.
But you can tell me anything.
I know that. But you're my daughter. It's different.
But you tell me things.
I know, I do. I mean, I do. Yeah, I'd just like to have a friend to confide in. Or maybe a boss to thank me for doing dumb tasks. I think I'd feel a hell of a lot better about not doing very much if someone validated me for it.
Well, I just want to thank you for your contributions to this family and to point out the value of your menial tasks.
You don't mean that. You have to mean that. Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nobody means it. People say thank you all the time. Oh, here's your espresso. Thank you. You don't mean it. Nobody ever means it.
People are just being polite.
Okay, you go from being a child where you're congratulated for not pooping yourself to being an adult where nobody ever thanks you for anything, ever.
People take people for granted. It's just easier.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's nice to be grateful. Yeah, it's good for the soul. Besides, it's the small stuff you don't notice that ends up adding up against you in your life. I look back at my life and the story I wanted to make and the story I made don't line up. I don't have the accomplishments I expected.
I mean, life is average. All lives are average. The only joy is tricking yourself into thinking that your average experience is special and brings you happiness. Like, for example, I don't feel average and that makes me feel happy.
Well, you're doing the best with what you got. Which at the end of your life, you realize it's not that much. Oh, we're all missing something. Yeah, I spend a lot of my time delivering mail. Life's a lot more impersonal than we care to admit, unfortunately.
You couldn't be impersonal if you tried.
Oh, Is it valuable that I know all the stories of these people? That when I die, all these weird little bits of information will die with me? Is it good for the world that I knew the magazine subscriptions of Linda Weinberg? Not that I cared a whit, but I knew. I walked them right up to her door. I did that. Not the government, me.
See, you made it personal. It's just how you see things.
I guess. Being a mail carrier is a lot like being a trash picker. You know more about people than their children do in some ways.
No, I know what you get in the mail.
Anyway, I've been spending a lot of my time these days trying to rationalize my life, you know. Think of it as a giant mandala.
A what?
A mandala. You know, like a sand mandala the Tibetan monks would make.
Your life is like a sand painting?
I know, but think about it. The ordering of it all. You sort the mail, and you walk it to the homes along the exact same route day after day. You put the correct mail in the correct boxes. Perfect. Always the same.
It's very poetic.
Well, anything could be a mandala. Think about the mandala of all the people alive right now, the mandala of all the hands doing what they're doing in this very moment. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Think about it. I'm just sitting here in amazement, looking in my mind's eye at the giant dance of humanity.
Well, I want to thank you for letting me live here. I am grateful. And I just want to let you know that I'll eventually get a place of my own and I'll get out of your hair.
And a special someone of your own?
Okay, let's not talk about that.
Okay, you're not gonna live forever, Deb, you know that.
Yeah, so?
So,
I'm a single, independent woman and actually happy.
you just need to meet someone special. If you got the whole city at your fingertips, why don't you go to a bar or a club one night? I'm sure you'd meet a nice guy. Oh, come on, what did I say?
Oh, come
Whoa,
on.
whoa, 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 what are you talking about? Your mom and I met at a bar. You can't always be safe, Deb, and you're not gonna meet the love of your life sitting alone in your room.
Do you not want me to be successful?
Of course I do, and I'm very proud of you. And if your mother were here, she'd say exactly the same thing. I'd just like you to meet someone special who'll look after you when I'm gone. And I want you to have kids, if you want, but you know, you're getting a little old for kids. Love takes time, and you don't have a whole hell of a lot of time.
I don't want kids!
Come on, don't say that. You're too good to not have kids. Come on.
I just don't know if I have the time. That's the truth. Do you think that I like living here at 34?
Sweetie, calm down. Just calm down.
I am so thankful that you look after me, but if I had it my way, I'd have a place of my own.
I didn't mean to upset you.
Didn't you? Why does every conversation come back to if I'm going to have kids or not? It's my choice. It's my body. I might not want a man or kids, and you need to be okay with that. Sometimes I think that you want me to have kids because you're afraid of dying, that it is seriously nothing to do with me.
You know what? I am afraid of dying. That is correct. Yes. Is that what you want me to say? Is that what you need me to say? Okay. You're right. You're right. I want you to have kids. You know what? I'm dying.
What?
I'm dying. There are no words for this. You know that from your mother's cancer.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know how to tell you, okay?
How long have you known?
Not long.
Oh.
Sweetie, I love you so much. You are my only child. You are, and I'm gonna need you during this. I am.
What do you have?
Doctors call it frontotemporal dementia. First, they just thought I was depressed, you know. It turns out to be a hell of a lot worse. Symptoms are a lot like Alzheimer's.
How long do you have to live?
I don't know. 5, 10 years, I don't know. Ah, Jesus Christ, I'm scared. I'm not ready to die.
Yeah, no one ever is.
Yeah, but I thought I'd be. Arrogant, I know. Yeah. I thought I'd be able to accept it.
I don't think anyone wants to die. I think we give up. So maybe there's some solace in that pretty much everyone who dies isn't getting what they want.
It feels terrible.
I bet.
I gave my life to a fucking paycheck. A fucking paycheck! I know everyone does, but I did. I spent my whole life working for the post office, you know. I took pride in my work, real pride, and I worked to retire. I'm too young for this.
You had me. You were a husband, a son. You are and always were a kind and thoughtful person. You lived. Please feel good about your life.
Well, it doesn't feel like anything matters right now, and anything but love, as far as the rest of the world is concerned, is absurd to me. Empty!
Think of all those people you connected.
I gave them their bills. Mostly I gave people what they didn't want.
You did a good job.
Well, I walked really well. It feels arbitrary. Meaningless tasks that I hung my hat on because I had to. And I identified too strongly with it because I had to. Oh, yeah, you're right. We all have to give in to our averageness. I seriously live my life for right now and I'm being ripped off.
Nobody lives forever. Please, don't regret your life. Please be happy.
Oh, no, you're dreaming of what we can't have, huh? You know, when I think back to my life and what I contributed, all I see is this endless looping around day after day after day, trying to pay my fucking bills. And then I end up giving my life to the city, and now I'd give everything to be free now.
Don't die before you're dead. I'm here for you. I promise.
Yeah, well, you say that now.
I love you.
That is the first time you have said that word since you were a little girl.
I thought you always knew.
Language is a big part of my brain that I'm gonna lose. One day I'm gonna be just like an animal. So promise me while you still can, while I'm still here to respond, promise me on your life and your soul
Promise what?
that you'll say nice things to me. I don't know what it's gonna be like when it gets really bad, but I know that like an animal, I'm gonna need your love. Say the words to me when I can't see